There are several different ways of navigating your document. One way is to use the scroll bar over here and drag it down or up to find a different part of your document. Using this method you can cover large distances, which is great if you've got a long document. Alternatively, you can move line by line through your document by clicking on the down arrow or the up arrow. As you move through the document, Word tells you what page you're currently on. For example, here we're on page 3 out of a total of 19, and if we just drag the scroll bar down, you can see that now we're on page 11 out of 19. As you move through your document, always remember where you left your cursor, because the cursor is where text is inserted when you start typing. If you scroll 20 pages down your document and then start typing, the text won't necessarily appear on the page you're looking at. Instead, it will appear where the cursor is. For example, let's start typing in this document. See how the document jumped? We're now on page 16, which is where the cursor is, whereas we were actually looking at page 11. So what we need to do is place the cursor where we want the text to go. So let's just scroll up and place the cursor here, press enter for a new paragraph, and then start typing. Another way to move through your document is to use the arrow keys on the keyboard. So if we just place the cursor here, we can move down one line by pressing the down arrow, and again and again, and we can move up using the up arrow, and as you've probably guessed, you can move right and left using the left and right arrow keys. If you want to move one word at a time, you can hold down Control as you press the arrow keys. So Control and right arrow, and again, you can see that the cursor is just jumping right to the next word. And it's the same going back using Control and this time the left arrow key. Quiz time. What happens when you hold down Control and press the up or down arrow key? Let's do it now. Control down arrow. We move to the next paragraph, and again, and pressing Control and the up arrow moves to the previous paragraph. Let's not forget the trusty old page up and page down keys on the keyboard, which move you one screen page at a time. I say screen page, what that means is what you see here is a screen page, and so pressing the page down key moves you to the start of the text immediately after this bit here. So page down, like that. Notice I've pressed page down 3 times and we're on page 2. Press it again, page 3, and again, still on page 3. That's because page down doesn't move you a document page, it's only a screen page. To go to the top of our document, we can press Control Home, and to go to the bottom, Control End. There's a piece of text I want to look at that's on page 10. So, is there a quick way of getting to page 10? Yes, there is. If we press Ctrl G on the keyboard, we've got the Go To dialog, and just typing in 10 there, and just making sure that page is selected there, and then click Go To. Here we are on page 10. In fact, the Go To dialog allows us to jump to different pages, sections, lines, and many more elements in our document. Let's get rid of this dialog by pressing the Escape key. If you want to find a certain piece of text, but you don't know where in the document it is, you can press Ctrl F on the keyboard to bring up the navigation pane, and then start typing the text. and Word will find it and highlight it. We can just close down the navigation pane by clicking on the X here, and the highlighted selection has disappeared.